thank you so much for joining me in this stream tonight. I will be doing day 2 of my Deponia playthrough. As always, the views and opinions expressed in this game are solely those of the characters and do not necessarily reflect the streamer or any part of my ethical system or whatever. I do hope that you enjoy this game. I am going to give a quick video summary, actually. I prepared this in advance for those who may not have been in the stream last time, or also just to give people a quick refresher. I know that as I was playing Deponia last time, I was talking a lot over the important dialogue, so this quick little video is going to give a recap of the game, and it is not at all an excuse so that I can prepare myself a cup of tea as I play tonight's game. So here we go. Without further ado, I am going to hop in and start playing what happened last time.
Packed and ready to go. A letter.
Rufus, it's almost time.
Yes, I know. Sorry, Tony, but it's over. Once the fuse is lit, I'll be gone for good.
If only that was true.
Well, maybe I should read the letter. Dear Mr. Bridger, we're happy to inform you, blah, blah, blah. Get to that point, will ya? Unfortunately, the delivery of your screws will be delayed for... Please find enclosed a voucher for a pack of snippets. We apologize for any inconvenience this might have caused. Sincerely yours. Just a second. Screws? What a maneuver. Hey, my suitcase is here too. It must have got entangled in the chain. Just like I planned.
This is unbelievable. This is just impossible. I think I'm getting dizzy.
Are you suffering from vertigo, Miss Gold? You should have stayed in your cabin. It was foolish of you to go against my orders.
What's going on here, Bailiff? Did you know about all this? Just a minute. All of you knew about this, right? The whole Organon is involved in this? Did you really think you could just keep it a secret? Wait until Cletus hears about this.
But you won't be telling him anything about it. You will be a good girl and wait here until the Prime Controller arrives.
And then? What then? I'm in a listening room, not one of his office clerks. How does he plan to assure my silence?
Just you wait, Miss Gold. I don't want to ruin the surprise.
Holy smoke, a real orbit pixie. I bet she'll be pretty thankful once I've rescued her from the clutches of the Dark Exchequer. Let's go. Rufus to the rescue. Oops. Guess that was the wrong lever.
You damned fool. How dare you mess with the plans of the organon? Men, throw them overboard.
So close. But no, the minute I see a beautiful damsel in distress, wham! Well, I guess that's just who I am. I'm simply a die-hard do-gooder. Goal! I have to talk to her. She's gotta know who her savior is.
Rufus, do you have to snoop around here?
Hi, Inspector Gizmo.
Dr. Gizmo. As you know, I hold three positions in this emergency station. Right now, I'm a doctor. And as a doctor, I have the right to ask, why are you bothering my patient?
She's an acquaintance of mine. I wanted to see how she's doing. Her name is Gold.
My patient needs rest. At least I guess that she needs rest. In order to know for sure, she would have to wake up first.
She's unconscious. What's wrong with her? What does she need?
To be more conscious. For further tests, she would have to be awake. Unfortunately, none of my remedies seem to work.
Well, how about some really strong coffee? How peacefully she sleeps. This calls for extra strong coffee. Lonzo.
Yeah?
Long time no see, Lonzo.
Long time indeed.
Anything new?
Hey, you know how Kulak is. Nothing ever happens in Kulak.
Yep. Without me, this place would be dead.
Well, without you, there would be fewer explosions, you know that much.
It must be pretty sad for all of you that I'll be gone soon.
It's almost unbearable. Almost.
Do you have something that can give someone a real boost?
Since when are you ordering coffee? Did you break Tony's coffee machine again? How often do I have to tell you that you don't feel the oil?
No, this is not about simple coffee. I need something that really, really gets you awake. The kind of ultimate pick-me-up. Lonzo? Are you okay? Okay, just forget I ever asked. I'm off.
No, wait a minute. I think I know exactly what you need. Hear me, gods of our forefathers. Using just the most refined ingredients and the highest possible compression, we beseech thee, open the gates to the espresso verse.
Holy smoke.
More pressure! More pressure!
Okay. Okay.
Are we dead?
No. Being dead feels completely different. As you know, I have gazed deep into death's eyes more than once in my life.
Oh, now that you mention it, that reminds me. Is Tony still wearing those contact lenses?
Shh. Something's happening. Ouch.
How was that?
Me. It was me.
Rufus? Are you alright?
Phew. What happened?
You woke the stranger, the Elysian girl, and then you got knocked out.
Dole? Where is she? How is she?
She's still a bit confused. I think her implant was seriously damaged by the fall. She's conscious now, but she's just talking gibberish.
Heck, this is totally useless. That woman is completely nuts.
Uncas, uncas, uncas.
What did I expect anyway? That she would take me to Elysium?
Elysium. We need to go back to Elysium.
What did you just say?
Horrible things. The Organon betrayed us. Quick. We need to go back.
To Elysium. Yes. You remember what happened?
Is that you, Cletus?
What? No, I'm not. My name is Rufus. I saved you.
Rufus? I don't understand. Where am I?
You had a pretty bad fall. The doctor says that you're hallucinating.
That's confusing, but... I need to get to Cletus. Can you take me to him?
Who is Cletus?
My fiancé.
Well, I don't know. Maybe you are safer down here. After all, you...
He'll reward you generously.
Oh, that, generously, you say?
Try to contact Cletus. He will search for me.
Yeah. How generous exactly is generous?
Maybe you can reach him using a radio. He's certainly trying to find me.
Do you really think that's a good idea? I mean, for a fiancé, you didn't really make much of an effort to protect you.
Rufus, please. You're the only one I can trust.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I really am the only one you can trust. The only one.
And you already proved that you're of noble character.
The burden of the hero. But let's get back to the expression generous.
Rufus, please. Contact Cletus. I would be so very thankful. So very, very thankful.
I'm sorry. I don't know if I can do that.
Can spam one tomo pola lollipop. Peekaboo.
But
Bootam swada kosa loka shootapop.
the burden of the hero. Why do I always have to be so infinitely generous?
And there we go. Recap day 1. I thought that might be slightly useful as we go on forward. Thank you guys so much for coming in here. I'm really excited to see people hopping in. HC, I am especially impressed seeing your comments that you have come in from 4 a.m. to do the stream. That is either dedication or your sleep schedule is as terrible as me. I'm really glad to be able to hang out with you though. It's always so much fun to chat with you. So alright, let's get going. It is time to continue our journey. As now we have to find a way to contact Cletus. Alright. Here we go.
Contact Cletus.
Here we go. Contact Cletus. HEA saying it's fun to chat with you too. Thank you! Oh, that's so nice. Yay! All you guys are wonderful.
Gizmo is a doctor, police officer, and firefighter all at once.
And ta-da! Here we go. The tea has been acquired. As well as the walkthrough. I printed it out because even though I have played this before, we are going to be doing some very, very weird things today. I never would have figured out the parrot thing on my own, let's put it that way.
Hello, Dr. Gizmo. Ah, perfect. Does your head still hurt? The only thing that hurts is the fact that
I've actually not had this dialogue before. I didn't do that. Kitty saying no more jalapeno hot chocolate. Well, I mean, if we go on later tonight, the amount of times that I, drink things, or the amount of liquid I drink, I think is probably the wording I should use. Oh dear, yeah. We'll be getting to the jalapenos and hot chocolate again, probably. Unless you guys have even more unusual food combinations you want me to try today. I like Dr. Gizmo's response to this question. I do not blame you one bit, Dr. Gizmo. HC suggested marshmallow pizza. I am out of pizza and marshmallows both, sadly, so we cannot do that thing. Actually, the amount of food that I have in this house is pretty pathetic, so there's not many food combinations we can do. Oh shoot, you can't see the game? Thank you. Crap. Let me see why it's being grumpy. Because I have the monitor capture. We'll pull up. Alright, you are correct. It is indeed not letting you see the game. Oh, I know a trick. So I'm gonna switch the settings to full screen mode. And see if we magically change that. Thank you, Kitty, for letting me know. That is a little bit weird that that happens, but Deponia is a very finicky game when it comes to appearing on screen, and I have definitely had issues with full screening it, all sorts of things. Now I'm watching the streaming on my Twitch to make sure that it actually shows. It's still not showing. We can try this. Alright, we've got the monitor capture, and then I'm just gonna add, something fast. We'll do it this way. Boop. There we go. Alright. Now the game should be visible, and I'm looking at my Twitch because I have that open on my second monitor, and we are working and good to go. Woohoo! I do not know why my other streaming setting that I set up. Okay, that's showing Deponia now. Go figure. Alrighty. So apparently I just had to do the whole turn it off and on again trick. Because of course. So there we go, at least we didn't miss anything. So let's go and find a way to talk to Cletus. Let me see what I have in my inventory right now. Nothing too weird. Okay. It is time, charge, to go forward into the post office. And wreak havoc on the post office, because we have to wreak havoc on every single part of the stupid city before we get out of here. Hello, everybody. Radio call time. The game is frozen on the playthrough. Okay. Why are we being grumpy? Okay, I'm just gonna have to do this as my thing. Alright, so I will be doing a secondary monitor capture thing because apparently as soon as I try to have Twitch in the background for my streaming, it doesn't like to work. So much for me trying to be cool and having the chat on my actual setting. It does not work. Alright, there we go. So now, here is the game. Guys, let me know, can you hear the game, and so forth. Because apparently we had to problem shoot again after I problem shot earlier today. I am sorry about that.
The post office will be open o'clock. What o'clock? There's something missing here.
Alright. And that one's pretty easy. We just need to steal a clock. And notice how he completely changed his own story about how he met Goal. That was not a kiss. Pretty sure a punch is not a kiss. Okay, HC, you hear the game, still think it's stuck. It's interesting, because every single time I change something, it gets stuck again. So I'm gonna actually completely restart OBS. Okay. Being a little bit of a butt fart to me today. So let's see if this is actually going to work now. Here is the game, and we're now going to go through the testing to make sure that it is not frozen. I am talking right now, and as I'm talking, I'm going to exit the town hall and go into the other room. So if you do not see me exit and go into the other room, that means that it is working correctly. Alright, HC says, hey, stuff happens. It's actually cool to be in a stream with all the tech glitches. Alright, well, glad that you're that forgiving about it. I like to be a little bit cleaner on my streaming, but it's been so long since I've done a stream, and apparently that means going through the fun glitching and grumpifying process once more. And Kitty says, you see nothing. That is interesting because for me, when I'm looking at my actual Twitch browser itself, I'm looking at Twitch, and it seems to be working fine. I'm going to go into the other room again and watching my own Twitch, because my Twitch seems to be acting okay. And Glory says hello, that you're stopping by. That's awesome, thank you so much. We're currently troubleshooting. Alright. This is interesting. It moved for just, but then it stopped. Okay. And I have the same, let me double check the settings that my OBS is on, because this seems really odd. Okay, streaming. No, those are my usual settings. I do not understand why it's being a grump to you guys tonight. Still testing. Alright guys, please keep me up to loop typing-wise as I go through this and try to figure out why Twitch is flipping out on me. I'm thinking it's OBS, and OBS being the shit. That's honestly my best bet, is it's OBS. I might actually like completely cut out of OBS, cut the program, but I can't speak. I'm probably going to entirely exit out of OBS and the game, because it does appear as though it is frozen for you guys. And it does see, because it's moving for a second or two and then it stops. Yeah, I'm seeing the exact same thing myself, because I do have Twitch up on my other stream, so I can actually see what video you guys are watching as well. I actually see this. So, it does seem as though something is going on. I'm going to pull off of Twitch again, and I'm going to do some troubleshooting, and I will send a message on the chat if this suddenly works. I'm really pissed. I did all this work to make the Twitch go smoothly, and this is the day that it decides to not go smoothly. And before we give up, crossing fingers, I just did a preview stream on OBS, and everything was going smoothly on the preview, which usually should mean that the preview and the streaming are going to work the same way, with a little bit more frames per second drop on the streaming, but checking. Okay, OBS is showing me still nice clear thing. The data like title screen is coming up, and it says welcome to Deponia over here on me. So fingers crossed, this looks like we're actually doing this right. Are we actually magically working now? Are we? Waiting for you guys to see it. Alright, Kitty's saying you can see it. HC says it's moving. Woo! Moving! It's amazing how something so basic is such a problem today. Okay, here we go. Let's actually get started. I did not do any different, I didn't make a new save, so let's just load where we were before and restart. Woohoo! Alright, so, wow, to actually quote one of the later Deponia songs, huzzah, 3 times the charm. So there we go. 3. There we go. Hello, Dr. Gizmo.
Police officer and firefighter all at once.
I'm so happy we did it, and I'm with friends. And HC says, Twitch, stop freezing. I'm keeping my eyes out.
Does your head still hurt?
OBS is still being friendly with me. Twitch is being a little slow.
The only thing that hurts is the fact that I'm still trapped in this junkyard.
One thing that makes me laugh is the fact that when Goal got fed Rufus's terrible coffee, they put her into the medical ward. When Rufus got punched by Goal and knocked out, they didn't care enough, so they dragged him through the ground and just sort of left him on the floor in this building. Like, wow, if that doesn't say how done people are with Rufus and his personal,
So, what's up with Gold?
shenanigans and how often he injures himself, I don't know what does, because that is just such a small little suggestion about we do not care how Rufus is doing.
But then, what's gonna happen to her?
The mayor decided that she'll stay here without the big cooldown, and I think that's a very reasonable decision. In her condition, I wouldn't want her to travel, even at the destination were easier to reach than a distance.
So one of the things that I think that they do need to explain a little bit better in the beginning that I don't think that they explain as well is that Goal has this implant on her.
Wait to see you again.
I also wish that the game explained why people have brain implants. I am going to be fixing that in my fanfic, but see, like right here along the side of her forehead on her left side, that's a brain implant that literally you can insert cartridges in and out. So, the fact that she fell out of the sky screwed up her brain because we're so great. So, yeah. HC says, I still like Goal's character so far, and Jaya says, oh, fascinating, it's for dystopic reasons, I bet. It's also definitely for plot reasons, because they have a whole lot of ridiculous plot reasons, plot points that happen entirely because of Goal's cartridge. Personally, for me, what I like to think is either one of 2 headcanons. This is, well, again, fic material for when I read the story, is they make a lot of comment about brain cartridges, so it's not just Goal, lots of people have it. It's either the fact that it's a good way to actually augment your mental capability, so, you know, for instance, maybe it allows you to have a more perfect and complete memory, in which case having a brain cartridge has an advantage. Or the other possibility is that, you know, there's going to be a whole lot of terrible injuries, birth defects, physical defects that are going to happen with you just living in a terrible planet like this. I mean, they're living among junk, and Rufus's constant talk about very, very gross conditions does make you think, you know, people aren't in the best of health. Maybe somehow the brain cartridge and other technology is a way for them to handle and cope with the fact that they're living in such a trash environment otherwise. So it's a technological reason to work yourself up. So it's either that, or maybe Goal was just born with some sort of a mental struggle, and so they put the cartridge in her as a kid to help her grow. So those are some ideas that I've been sort of mentally thinking about of why might she have a brain cartridge, because the game never tells us! HC says, I can just see someone putting a Baymax cartridge in her brain. Ooh, crack time! I am just imagining her as Baymax now, and that is a really great image. Are you satisfied with your care?
He'll never be anything but a slug of it.
Sneaky, sneaky, sneak.
Time for a different maneuver.
Oh yes, this game is full of really terrible puns, which may be another reason why I like it! I'd be curious to see how close the puns are to the original German. We're stealing a clock. Jaya says new travel topic. Very true. Could be. You know, I should write a list of all the crimes that Rufus commits during this game series because, let's see, already we have, stealing and arson. And, trespassing. We have done all 3 of those already. HC, punches Rufus. You have been punched. And Jaya, yeah, you said Thursday you can ask me to write. Yeah, totally go ahead, ask me to write. Go for it. Thursday would be a good day to do the writing thing.
Time for a different maneuver.
Alright, so this is what we're doing, just to explain, is the post office is where we need to go to contact Cletus, right? But here's the problem.
The post office will be open. O'clock? What o'clock? There's something missing here.
So yeah, whenever Rufus asks Lottie, hey, is the post office open? It's like, well, the sign isn't up.
Don't let the door hit you.
So now we have to fake the post office opening.
The post office is closed until further notice.
Until when?
I love when Lottie gets pissed off and just screams at you. Just so much frustration Lottie has in her voice. I bet it's because of idiots like Rufus. Lottie probably has to deal with idiots all the time, is just too frustrated to give a fuck anymore.
I think the post office is open.
See, that's how we fake the post office into being open.
You didn't expect that, now did ya? No, right?
I love that. No! Such an angry Lottie. Alright, post office! Here we go. And here is the post office spot.
Alright, suit yourself. Hi, Miss Stasia. I want to place a forwarding request. Thank you, reason for your forwarding request. Well, I'll be living in Elysium in the future, so important. Where can I make a radio call? Outgoing radio calls can be made from every registered line.
And this is completely expected bureaucratic bullshit right here. It's such bureaucratic bullshit, like real life.
What's that supposed to mean? It has to be possible to make outgoing calls somehow.
It's just running around. There's no reason for all these restrictions, and yet we have to play through all these restrictions. So honestly, I don't blame Rufus for trying to screw over this one, because it's like, there's no other way to get this done.
Possible to make internal calls from there? Well, that's perfect.
Although Jaya has a point, postmen get no respect. Yep.
Are there absolutely no long-distance devices? There are no long-distance devices except for listening phones.
Oh, I need to find the wordplay in this. There's a really great conversation with the postman, which is just this really stupid wordplay game. I think it's the last one. But let's get through the whole dialogue first, so that we can complain to him about not being able to make a long-distance call to Cletus.
Tony's house is located in Grid Square 4, right at the East Tunnel exit. Your order has been placed. The installation of the device will resume at your calendar 63. What? That's a quarter of a year from now.
Bureaucratic shit! The water mains. Yikes.
Yeah, Tony will pay for me.
HC says, you say he's making crimes throughout the game. Some of them I'll probably make myself. Beautiful.
May I enter the vault? Over the corroded remains of my wrecked body. I think I can arrange that. Dude, you're no fun at all.
I don't... I will never be as bad as Rufus, although I must say there are some things where I wish I had his sense of creativity for getting around the rules.
Falls into an open sewer right in front of your eyes, or accidentally sets fire to his own foot. Disruption is fun. Yes, as long as it's not happening to you.
Asshole. Okay, but I do too. Okay, please tell me I'm not the only person who just loves popping bubble wrap. And this is what we're actually going to do. We're going to arrange the put it into box 3.
But when it happens, I guess it's a party all around.
We're going to make the postman happy.
So you have a thing for bubble wrap?
Unfortunately, I only ever need bubble wrap to bad packages.
Jaya says you love it too. Yay! Bubble wrap party! There's just something so satisfying about the bubble wrap. I think it was also, as a kid, I was a mischievous piece of shit as a kid, so I always loved to try to sneak up behind people and pop the bubble wrap as loudly as possible to try to scare someone. Usually my mom or dad, or because my sister isn't quite as scareable. But oh yeah, it's fun. It's also just, yeah. HC says it's an actual addiction where I live. High five! Bubble wrapping party!
What's that scratching doing? Is that coming from...
Oh, here's the wordplay.
It's the Postal Service replacement cat scratches you can.
The scratching from behind the hatch matches that of Postal Service replacement cats. Exactly?
It's the unlatched Postal Service replacement cat's hatch.
Postal Service replacement cats. That's cute.
Not quite useful. I have to replace the regular Postal Service cats when they hatch dirt.
But don't you have to clean the unlatched Postal Service replacement cat's hatch?
I do have to clean the unlatched Postal Service replacement cat's hatch, but there's an unmatched hatch.
So what's the unmatched hatch with the unlatched Postal Service replacement cat's hatch?
I have to dispatch the batch of Postal Service replacement cats from the unlatched Postal Service replacement cat hatch to a latched Postal Service replacement cat backup hatch.
I love that, and I bet it's even better in the German. But I just, yay, really stupid wordplay. It's almost like the ridiculous wordplay that BoJack Horseman gets into, where it's just this, like, constantly using assonance and similar sounding devices like that. Pretty sure that's the same sort of, you get that sort of humor in BoJack. Alright, and so speaking of scratching sounds, kitty! This is how we actually send the mail in Deponia, is with cats.
Well, I hope it knows what it's doing. A bit too slow or a bit too fast. Whoops-a-daisy. The package gets the wrong postage.
I feel so sorry for these kitties. I think the kitties are really cute, but we're gonna be assholes to the cats, so yeah. HC says, that's great, I wonder what it is like in the original. Well, actually, let's do a save. And we might be able to switch languages. And we can hear it. Here's the speech. What different languages do we have? That's the German. Okay. Spanish, okay. Let's do that. Let's see if we actually got the speech right. I've only heard Rufus's German voice in a song, so this will be interesting to hear him. Let's.
Hi. Bitte nennen Sie Ihr Anliegen.
Oh, we're getting the German now. This is fun. Languages are so cool.
Ersatzpostkatzen, wie putzig.
Guess we'll have to listen closely.
Ich muss die Postkatzen wechseln, wenn sie schmutzig werden.
Und den Ersatzpostkatzenkasten musst du nicht putzen?
Doch, aber nur mit Putzmittelersatz. Das ist sehr lästig.
Und wohin packst du die putzigen Ersatzpostkatzen, wenn du den Ersatzpostkatzenkasten putzt?
In den Ersatzpostkatzenkasten Putzmittelersatz-Sack.
Alright, so I actually think that the delivery is better in the English because the robot's voice is so roboted that you don't get that really ridiculous explosion of words coming on. Because the English, you're just tumbling stupid word after stupid word at a really fast pace with the robot, and that's what makes it so funny in the English. Whereas if you're having the robot speak in slow words, then you're taking away the entire verbal effect. Alright, so that was interesting. I might have to play this game more in the different languages. Ah! What does... I'm gonna hear what all the different Rufuses sound like in all the different languages. Sidetrack time! Here, let's go. So, let's... Let's see what you sound like. HC says, I wanted to say something about the English one sounds better. I agree with you. I mean, I am very biased with my Rufus now. I love my English Rufus, but I do think the joke flew better in the English. So let's see how this is Spanish? Oh, huh, that sounds different. Oh, they didn't mix this one as well. Okay, the Spanish one did a good delivery, even though the mixing between the voices in this music are not good. I could turn down the music, but not for this short a time. Alright, HC says, you remind me of myself when I got the SpongeBob movie DVD and went through all the dubs. Yeah. Hey, I love languages, what can I say? It's sort of fun to listen to see how different things get interpreted, how different inflections result, because man, can things change between cultures. And yeah, you're right, HC, you're right. Spanish robot does sound like a robot. It really does. So we've just got one more language for us. Sadness. Let's see what it sounds like. Okay, this one's the Spanish, actually. I think the other one was Italian. Oh, they accidentally... Oh, error. Like, so Deponia, you'll notice in the, English, there are a lot of typos, but it tends to get the audio decently well. Sometimes the audio will repeat, but there's no audio mistakes. I'm guessing for languages that are less supported, they have even more mistakes. Yeah, because... Yeah. Okay, that's interesting. HC, I would love to try and make a Hebrew dub for this, but I have no time. Oh, that would be so cool. Yeah, there'd be so many things where it's like, I sit there and, oh, that would be cool. I would love to do translation work if I had a lot more time and ability. Because, oh my goodness, those sorts of things are fascinating and fun and cool results. Especially if you did like a whole dub and you got speech and people doing it. Like, that would be so much fun, actually doing the whole recording process and getting friends in on it and making a result happen. Oh man, that would be so fun. I'm trying not to think of possibilities because it's like, my brain's immediately going to, well, most things have an English dub already, since I'm a boring person in my first language. But some of the Full Metal Alchemist games don't have English dubs yet. No, I would not. I would not be that ridiculous in that attempt. HC says you can do it, but that's a lot of work. Oh my goodness. That's gotta be a ridiculous amount of work. Oh, yeah, as you say, translation, recording, and editing. So much work. Alright, here we go. So there's the kitties. Do I have what I need to screw the kitties up? There's the tranquilizer and the espresso. Alright, if I remember right, you're the... Oops, wrong room. If I remember right, Sleepy Kitty is the white kitty, and Speedy Kitty is the orange kitty. Let me check. Oh, nope, the white cat gets the espresso. Okay. So... I can't believe you fed that to the woman you want to fall in love with you. Alright, so we're gonna feed a cat espresso. And we're doing this to sabotage the post office. Poor kitty. Poor kitty. Poor kitty. I'm so sorry, kitty. Okay. So white cat has espresso, and then orange cat has tranquilizer. Asshole. Alright, have I fed the cat enough espresso? HC, you're gonna feed a cat espresso. I never thought I'd hear that today or ever. Yep, we're doing that. It's because we need to get the packages to be sent wrong. And so there is one more thing that we need to screw up for the packages to be sent wrong, which is the carrier pigeons! Time to screw up the carrier pigeons. But first, let's talk to the telephone operator before we fuck up his life. I mean, what? We're not doing that.
Yeah? What's up? How's work? Everything's fine here, except for those strange radio calls from this Cletus or something. I haven't had any work at all this morning.
Cletus, that was a call from me. I have to talk to him at once.
No chance, Bubba. The radio station is meant for postal services personnel only. You shouldn't even be it.
I have to make an urgent call.
Uh-huh. And what, pray tell, has that got to do with me?
Oh, you're the one with the radio.
Keep your hands off. This device is for postal service personnel only. You can transmit through that phone coming out of your ears if you want to. But you're not using this device.
HC, I like your comment. This guy looks stoned. Sort of does.
Where can I make my call from? Is it local? No, long distance.
Good luck with that. Besides this device, there's only one reserve system in the vault.
I mean, I can sort of imagine why Deponia, especially for a small town like Kuvak, wouldn't have many like...
From a deluded sense of self-importance.
What do you mean, suffering? Who's suffering?
Oh, I like this quote.
Everyone else is suffering from your deluded sense of self-importance.
Okay.
Like it?
Sorry, I had to laugh at that quote first before I went on to say it makes sense that Deponia would screw up, well, would not have very many long-distance communication abilities. If you're living in a place filled with junk, that's going to be pretty rare to have working equipment, or people who are good enough to modify things to become working equipment. So it makes sense that they're gonna be a little bit more restrictive on it. It's just harder resources.
Nice pigeon.
Our messenger pigeons? Yeah, those are magnificent creatures, aren't they?
If you like contagious diseases.
He has a point.
They pick their bearings from the planet's magnetic field.
Really? How do you know?
I once tied strong electromagnets around their necks. The fools immediately flew the wrong way.
Is that so?
Yeah, straight toward this rusty mountain of metal.
You're not too busy up here, are you? I'll be going now.
We'll do that. We shouldn't be here anyway.
I totally agree.
Alright, hello pigeons. I love the art in this game. Sorry, just sidetrack. I just love all of the personality of the backgrounds. They're just so wonderful. And you see tiny little details, like there's a toy stuffed bear for some reason up in the telephone post, and the way that the phones are made and the equipment's all attached haphazardously. There's great charm in this game for the art. Okay. So, remember what this guy said about the magnetic field and the pigeons? We're gonna mess up the magnetic field so that the pigeons don't go the right direction. HC says, I love the game logic if someone tells you a story, which is the thing you need to do now to progress. If only life were like this. I know, right? Granted, the way that game logic works is, you know, all about hinting players forward. It doesn't matter what the game is. I love reading about game environment designs and how environment designs should help you move forward instead of wander confusingly around. Because a good game, you're not going to get stuck in a maze, unless the entire point of the game is a maze. A good game helps you know which direction you should be going just through its own way that it builds the environment. I love those little things in game design. Alright, we're gonna skip the game because I've passed it before. And we basically messed up the magnetic field. So now we are getting close to sabotaging the post office enough to make it in chaos so that everybody is distracted enough that I can make my phone call. Okay, so we've done that. I think I'm ready to give the vouchers.
I've got these gift vouchers from Tony's shop. Gift vouchers that are 1 o'clock that way from storeroom 1.
The English robot sounds the least robot-y. Alright, I need 3 stamps. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, I think I gave the cat too much espresso. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, oh, I got it. Yes! Bubble wrap time. Alright, please be the pigeon's messed up. Go, pigeon! I love how terrible their system of postage is. Here's the bubble wrap on the floor. Okay, I agree with you, Rufus. Who doesn't? We're tempting the post guy. So, question, is the robot sentient? Or was this an accident error that someone programmed into a machine and somehow the machine ended up liking bubble wrap to get to this? Okay. Here's the replacement cat's hatch. Replacement cat's hatch. Kitty! Kitty! Yay! I now have kitties in my coat. So now the next thing that we have to do is, now that we've got the post bot distracted, we need to get the telephone operator distracted, because he won't let us make a long distance call. So now we're basically going to deal with the fact that there are 3 local ways to call people in this town. So we're basically going to override every single local calling center. So the first one is going to be this machine right here.
There's a message from the mayor of HUZZAH Westblock. OOICURNEDOT. Either a cat jumping up and down on the keyboard, or the operator must have gotten that all wrong.
And
Hey, stop it! Don't play with the divine rod. Shoo!
kitties! I love the idea of Rufus having a cat bolting in each pocket, and the cats are like swatting at things and screwing around. I love that. Kitty! So Kitty is playing with typewriter. Happy kitty. And if we go up to the operator's platform, you will notice that the operator is slightly more stressed right now. Jaya says, of course, cat's gonna be a cat. Yep, exactly.
Hey, yoo-hoo, hello?
Oh, it's you again. Take it, Snappy, I'm busy.
How's work?
I have no idea what's going on today. Someone is keeping one of the lines busy all the time. I hardly have time to catch my breath.
Can I transmit now?
Not from this one.
Don't you get tired at some point?
Well, in fact, there's more traffic than usual today. But as long as it's only one line, then it's busy. I can handle it.
Oh, it's not gonna be just one line! Here we go! Line number 2, here we come. Okay, here is the puzzle that's impossible to figure out unless someone tells you how to answer this puzzle. Are you ready? Okay, so what we're going to do is see this door right here, is there's a passcode on the door. See? We have to figure out what the passcode is. And this is the really ridiculous way that you figure out what the passcode is. You take this note, and you hover it over the mailboxes. So now you can actually read the numbers. And so it starts with 3601, and then it rotates to 1163, then it rotates to 452, then it rotates to 3489. And that is the answer to the safe. Yeah. Isn't that ridiculous? Absolutely ridiculous. Like, who would actually be able to be like, oh, of course that's how you figure out what the answer to the safe is. Dear Thor. Okay. 3, 6, 0. Oh, come on. 3, 6, 0. Oh, is that the... Is that just an exit button? Where's the 0? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, wait. Nope, it's more complicated than that. This isn't even the whole clue. So it's even more complicated. So the first one on the top, it says 360, and then there's a 1 next to it. See that? So that means that I pick the first number out of 360. So I pick the 3. And then the next one, you rotate over to the left, it says 116, and there's a 3 next to it. So I pick the third number for 116, so I pick 6. And so, yeah, I'm basically going through and solving it that way. So the passcode combination is 3, 6, 4, 9. Woohoo! We did it! Yeah, that's the most ridiculous puzzle in this stupid game series. Like, who would have been like, oh yeah, of course people are gonna figure that out. Alright, there we go. And now here's the radio tower where I can transmit a signal, but here's the problem. We can't call yet. In Honored Glory says, that's a crazy puzzle for reals. Yeah, this game, like, well, everything from Daedalic Entertainment is pretty well known for having bizarre solutions to problems. So, that's why I cheat and use a walkthrough. I've played this game before, but... oh dear. Oh dear. Okay. Now let's continue sabotaging the telephone operator. Because remember, the telephone operator is the guy with the headphones. So we're going to steal his headphones by making him so busy that he can't think. So we've gotten one line busy, and here's the second line. There we go. So we've got that local communicator tied up, and if we go up to the poor operator, the operator is going to be really unhappy. See? We're getting more grumpy.
Hey, yoo-hoo, hello? Oh, it's you
how are you doing?
How's work?
All hell broke loose here over there. The second line is constantly blocked. If someone else gets the idea of a permanent send mode,
The next one is the best one, the final one. This is a pretty good one. Idea. Woo! Dialect! English dialect fun stuff. Idea. Woo! Eroticization! Isn't that cool? Do. This is another... Oh, Glory. Speaking of ridiculous solutions, this is another one of those solutions we're about to do that I never would have been able to come up with myself. So this is the last line right here, is for the emergency phone. And we're going to get the emergency phone blocked by using a fucking parrot. Yep. That's how we're doing this. Alright, the game froze on me. That's weird. Come on, game. Why aren't you... There it goes. Alright. So here's the parrot.
Nice parrot. Yes, we use it to detect dangerous fumes in the mine shaft.
Oh, what do you do when that happens?
We get a new parrot.
Let's see.
So this parrot repeats what it hears from people. So this parrot says terrible things, and I love the implication that the parrot says. It's terrible. Oh, we're not gonna get the full thing. Because the parrot sometimes says, my husband has bad ears, but the parrot has good ears. You need to be quiet. We can't keep meeting. And you're like, oh, yikes. Alright. So what we're going to do is we're going to make the parrot look like it's died, because then they'll need a new parrot. So we're going to fuck the parrot up, because we are terrible people. So here's laughing gas, and we're going to give the parrot laughing gas. Poor parrot. Hello, parrot. Come here.
Your parrot doesn't seem to be feeling so well.
Asshole.
He's completely knocked out. How are we supposed to detect dangerous fumes now?
It's always the same. The warning light is the first thing to break.
You can take the bird if you want to. He's useless to me like that.
And we just fucking do that. The poor parrot.
He's talking in his sleep.
Revenge. Alright, so the next thing that we're going to do is, because we need the parrot to hold up the line, and it's an emergency phone, we need the parrot to talk constantly about emergencies. Now, who's the person who's always getting into emergencies in Deponia? That's Rufus. So the best way to get the parrot to talk non-stop about emergencies is to go to Rufus's ex-girlfriend. The girlfriend who has all the stories of the stupid things that Rufus has done. And the parrot will begin to talk non-stop about Rufus's emergencies. Here we go. Oh, right, we need to revive the parrot. I think it's espresso.
Wakey, wakey. See how that works? Dozer.
Here we go.
Tony's last therapist used to parrot everything she said.
Here we go.
Hey, Tony.
I feel so sorry for Tony. She's one of my favorite characters. Her just constantly being pissed at Rufus.
Yeah, but I thought that only concerned rats and insects. Yeah, like water buffaloes. It was parrots.
The story about the new in Water Buffalo, you never hear the full story, but they constantly reference it. Makes you really wonder what Rufus was doing.
That's very funny. I just thought you could use someone who listens to you, so you can chew someone else's ear off for a change.
Well, at least I won't be talking to a brick wall.
Very funny, Tony.
I like it.
Yeah, there's no surprise there. It sounds like your mother. And there's a certain resemblance, too.
Get out. Get out!
And now Tony's gonna start talking to the parrot.
You should have listened to my mother. Be careful with this guy, Tony. He's an egotistical maniac.
Egotistical maniac.
Just you wait till you see him in action. Just the other week, he filled the cemetery's lawnmower with Cool Whip.
Maniac, maniac.
Tony's ranting her life out to the bird.
And then Rufus greased the bees with fat for deep frying.
Ew.
Wait a second. Here he is again. Let's talk later, okay?
I wonder
Hang around here with
if every single time I come in she gives a different story. Let's check it out.
Hi, Rufus. Thanks again for the bird. Such a smart animal.
Alright, so let's see if she says something different if I come in again. Or is it the same thing? Nope. No new dialogue.
Rufus,
Nope.
wait a
Same dialogue. Okay.
Tony's last therapist.
Taking the parrot.
What are you doing?
I better take him back. You're a bad influence on him.
You do that. I already have a sore throat. Repeating myself all over again. Makes me quite depressed.
Those are all lies. You hear?
Nope, that's the truth. Rufus stole Hannick's bird. Yep, sadness indeed. Agreed, Glory. Alright, so here we go, and now we're gonna use all... I like that Rufus uses his own terrible shenanigans as an advantage. Like, you have to give it to this guy. He's very resourceful.
Inspector Ginkgo speaking. You have an emergency to report? Our Mrs. Ellen was clear of the children staring around. Rufus, I should have thought as much. What else do you know? Well, Mrs. Goldie, Mrs. Ellen, I know how this it goes back, huh? A little slower, please. I can't follow you. Could you repeat that, please? I don't know if this is repeat that, please.
Oh, it will not be alright. You guys will see what happens with Rufus. He actually ends up screwing himself over with this one. And the parrot's just gonna keep on telling these lies. Here we go! We now have three lines tied up. So now we just need to get the microphone that's in the assembly hall, and we can call Cletus! Which is a really great conversation. We get to meet Cletus, sort of. Let's see what time it's 8:15. Okay, so not too bad for time. Microphone.
You that the town council owns it. It's probably for those oh so important citizens' assemblies to which I'm never invited.
Here we go. I wonder what happens if I, like, try this.
And I bet he's immune to it.
Okay, there we go. Cletus time. The poor VA for Rufus, having to voice act 4 different characters. I mean, I know lots of voice actors do that, but I feel like it'd be so hard that you're literally recording a conversation to yourself. I always loved going to, when I went to Denver Comic Con one year, there was a panel with the Animaniacs voice actors. And those guys are so talented, and Ron Paulson's like half of the main cast, and it's so funny to listen to him talking to himself. And here we go! Look at the poor telephone operator. Poor guy. And now we can take the headphones. Alright, here we go. You ready, guys? Headphones. Microphone. Call time. Call time. I'm gonna save right before this. Save. Yes. Continue. And there's a lot of different dialogue options we can choose for it. Does anybody care what type of dialogue I pick? Do you guys want me to pick the dialogue or you to pick the dialogue? How shall we do it? Because Rufus's conversation with Cletus can vary, actually. This is one of the parts in the game where it can vary. I'm gonna do a quick refresh of Twitch because Twitch is being a poo. There you go. Thank you, Twitch. Here we go. If anyone has any call preferences while I'm playing, let me know. However, there is a time delay of about 15 to 30 seconds.
Hello? Is anyone there? Hello? Cletus?
I like how they do this conversation where you see just the shadow of Cletus. It's pretty cool.
Cletus? Cletus!
Searching for my fiancée, calling all inhabitants of Deponia.
There we go.
I am searching for my fiancée, possibly.
Cletus.
Cletus! Is that you? This is Rufus. Can you hear me?
Hello?
Ominous shadow.
Deponia?
Of course I'm on Deponia. And where are you? On the Organon Cruiser? Or Elysium?
That's none of your business.
I found your fiancée.
Are you sure?
Of course I'm sure.
Tall? Blonde hair?
Brain implant fell from a passing Organon Cruiser. She asked about you. Believe me, she's your fiancée.
What's your price?
It's pretty impressive that Rufus is actually being honest. I do have to give him that for this. Let's get answers.
I need some answers.
Answer? Depends on what you want to know.
Are you really from Elysium?
Of course I am, but I don't get why you should care where I come from.
What's it like in Elysium?
Well, it's not as dirty and uncivilized as down here, and the people are less enjoyable, too.
Brilliant. Sounds like the perfect place for me. What was your fiancé doing on board an Organon Cruiser?
That's none of your business.
But isn't it a bit strange that a woman from Elysium was...
Don't worry about things that go far over your head. Let's get down to business.
Are the Organons planning something?
Why do you want to know that? Listen, never get involved in matters of the highest thing. You'll never understand what's happening up there above your head, let alone into it, any of that. Don't even bother to try.
This is fun going through a second time because of all the foreshadowing that I pick up now.
Has your fiancé always been a bit odd?
What are you talking about?
Nothing, forget it.
Glory's saying, beautiful to see Rufus's animation close-up, though. I do like seeing the close-ups. I think there's something really charming about the larger backgrounds, but the cutscenes are cool, and I love Rufus's character design. It's just so cute with the floof hair. It is fun to see it up close. I do like that it's also nice from a visual perspective to give your eye a break from the same larger landscape.
Okay, let's assume for a second that your fiancé is suffering from a kind of concussion. A concussion? Purely hypothetical assumption.
Then you shouldn't waste time. And
Honor, Glory says, yeah, very charming. Yeah, glad you agree with me. Half of the reason why I play anything from Data Like Entertainment is because of the artwork in it.
And you two are really engaged?
why are you asking me that?
Nothing, forget it. Oh, just doing the fact.
This is so bad. I hate that this is a question.
Does your fiancé
This-
have a sister by any chance?
What are you talking about?
Oh, it's just a...
Oh my fucking hell, that's so ironic! Holy, oh my god, that is hilarious! Okay, can I say spoilers? I don't know if Glory cares about spoilers or not, but can I talk about why that cracks me up? Ah, that's great! I just realized the irony of that conversation question. Okay, I'm gonna say it. You guys can plug your ears if you don't want to hear the spoilers for this. I'll hold up my hands like this as I'm talking spoilers. Oh, and Glory says it's okay, spoil away. Okay, so, spoilers. Rufus was asking Cletus if Cletus had a sister. The irony is that technically, at some weird level, Rufus and Cletus are brothers. That's beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, Rufus and Cletus are clones of each other, so yeah. Anyway, big spoilers on that one, but that is hilarious. Yeah, Rufus, good job. And I love how much these two just pathetically hate the shit out of each other, even though they're so much alike.
No further questions.
Then we can go back to the matter at hand. Of course, you wanted to make demands. What do you want in return for my fiancé?
Okay. So, I haven't answered all of these different ones before, but the last time I played this game, I answered, I want you to take me with you to Elysium. I'm guessing if I answer any of these different ones, then I'll actually get a slightly different dialogue throughout the rest of the game. I do like the Elysium conversation, so I'm gonna go with it this time, but during my other playthroughs, I might do, different ones other times. Because this one, I feel, is a characterization thing, and he'd be lying the shit out at this point in time. So let's do Elysium, because that's the most logical one, and I think the answer that's most Rufus-like. Rufus wants to go to Elysium. That's his entire life goal. That's what he's been trying to do his entire life since he was 8 and his father left him. So it just makes sense for Rufus to say, take me with you to Elysium. I picked that one because it makes sense.
I want you to take me with you to Elysium.
Impossible.
Well, that's my price. Either I can come along to Elysium, or...
Listen, I can't take you to Elysium. There must be something else you need.
Alright, this is one of the ones where you can actually say things.
Well, fair enough. How much do you want?
I don't know. How much is a ticket to Elysium?
Don't make a fool of yourself, man. Elysium is not an amusement park.
How's that?
Listen, no money in the world can buy a ticket to Elysium.
Okay. Well, then there's no doing. Keep your doing money.
No, intend to, believe me.
Good.
Good.
Just one thing.
You guys are so immature.
What exactly is an amusement park?
You guys are so fucking... Oh, so it's I want a passage to Elysium or nothing at all. That's the one that continues the dialogue, I think.
I'm not doing this for myself. I'm doing it for gold.
What do you think I am, a fool? If you're trying to squeeze more money out of me, you better just say so. Well, what do you want?
I've never seen this dialogue option. I know this one continues dialogue. Let's see if this one does.
No reward is worth all this trouble.
Everyone has a price, so why don't you take yours already? What do you want?
Okay, so that's... yeah. So the game does force you to say Elysium or nothing, which is right in Rufus's character. That's good. I like that the game forces that.
No, I want passage to Elysium or nothing at all.
Well, then you'll get nothing at all.
Well, if that's what you want, you can go ahead and cancel your wish.
Wait a minute. Maybe there's a way.
Do it.
Bring gold to me. We'll meet at the lower ascension station at the shore of the Rust Red Sea tomorrow night. I'll be waiting on top of the platform. You think you can make it there?
Oh, nice. I don't know. If,
I thought you wanted to get to Elysium. Or didn't you find gold after all?
well, I did. I did.
Well, then we have a deal. I'll meet you after sunset. Tickets over and out.
Just, wait a second. See this? Okay, upper ascension station. Down on the... Up on the lower ascension station.
We don't know where it is, do we, Rufus?
Easiest part for that, I believe. Elysium, I'm coming.
Alright, we did it! We had the Cletus conversation of doom. Dun 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 dun. And now we get to have fun. Here we go. If I remember right. Yep, here we go. Ready? More fun. Plot thickens. Let's go and chat with Goal and let her know that we have seen Cletus. Here we go. Rufus and the parrot might have had some bad repercussions. Ready?
But where's gold?
Yeah.
Hey, what are you doing? Gizmo!
Look at you. Finally our community has been in turmoil. Arson, sabotage, disrespectful behavior toward the authorities. You don't have any proof of any
Are you kidding? That's what we've done the entire game.
Yeah, okay, let me rephrase that. If I am guilty of any crime at all, then that crime is love. Everything I did for gold. Where is she, by the way? Has she gained full consciousness yet?
Oh, but she needed more room. She's with Mr. West.
What? That treacherous toad? That's unfair. I found the Elysium. Me. It was me.
Speaking of treachery, Organon!
Wenzel found the Elysium. It was Wenzel. None other than him.
Excuse me, but who are you?
My name is Argus, Bailiff Argus, Organon Crime Administration.
Can you hear also the same voice actor as Rufus?
My office. I forgot to brush my teeth. How can I be of help, David?
I heard you have an Elysian woman in custody.
These are community matters.
Is that so? Interesting. What if an Organon search party was to reduce your community to rubble? Would that make community matters as well?
Don't let him threaten you, Gizmo.
The girl is with Mr. Wenzel.
Gizmo, no!
By his house before the water tank, right next to the top gate.
Thank you, Inspector. You just saved your community a lot of suffering.
Yeah, really. Well done.
Shut up.
Alright, so a lot of the game relies upon tropes to progress the plot, and here is a good trope that we're gonna have to do.
No great in the world can hold me back. Yeah, it moved. Why you were blinking?
But let's have Rufus struggle trying to get out first.
I'm not going to be able to get out.
I would love to know how many times that... I'd love to know how many times Rufus has actually been jailed. We've seen the lockpick in the jail the first time, so we know it's not his first time in the jail.
Let me out!
Why in the world would I do that?
I have to save gold from the Organon.
Did you do enough damage for one day? You heard the man, didn't you?
I'm innocent!
Well, not in my eyes. All clues we found point to you, Rufus.
The conditions in this cell are unacceptable.
Are they really? So, you think you deserve better?
I do. I neither belong in this cell, nor on this junkyard of a...
You're not helping yourself.
You think you belong to Elysium?
I know I do.
Why do you think they let someone like you into Elysium? A thief? A good-for-nothing drifter? A troublemaker?
Oh, that's really good foreshadowing, too.
I determine my own fate.
The only thing I see you seizing is other people's property, which then gets destroyed or incinerated in the process.
Well, you can't paint a house without spilling some paint, and if it's highly flammable paint, then in the end, everything goes up in flames. I mean, that's life. I promise to better myself.
The irredeemable Rufus.
You're right. I pretty much time is running out.
Already? Well then, brace yourself. I can tell you it's a third week in here that drives people insane.
What? How long do I have to stay in here?
Well, at least until the court case. But considering the list of your crimes,
That's impossible. I have to save gold.
well, you should have thought about that before you disrespected the law.
But that wasn't disrespect. It was more like a spoonful of neglect. My doctor says my attention deficit syndrome might strike any time. Where was I? I need to pee.
Please try to keep it in. I cleaned the floor just the other day.
I give up. Good. Now.
Alright, here we go. I forgot how much dialogue you could get to yell at with him.
A big supporter of the Organon. Only have the safety of our community in mind.
Forgot how long it was that we could talk to Dr. Gizmo.
Miss Fry Boy, my fire detectors would tell me if there was a fire.
Medical emergency.
You can't be that serious if you're still making a fuss like that. Now be quiet, you phony malingerer.
I'm hungry.
Food will be served after sundown. Cat's piss and cactus wood. You'll have to wait till then.
Nothing.
Well, why don't you just be quiet?
Alright, wait, did I forget?
Hello there.
What is it now?
You can keep on pestering him.
Get out.
Why in the world would I do that?
Alright, here we go. Here comes the trope. The trope.
Nothing. Why don't
This was one that took me a while. Here we go. Kitty!
stop it? Don't play with the divine rod. Shoo.
Kitty! Oh, see, there's the puns. Here we go. Kitty!
What was that sound?
The cat in the tree trope.
Fire control mode activated. Firefighter Gizmo at your service. What happened? Where's the fire?
Oh, Mr. Firefighter, my poor kitty climbed up the tree and she's afraid to come down.
Don't worry, madam. I'm a professional. Kitty, kitty, kitty.
Genius prevails.
There we go. And we escape. Sneaky, sneaky, sneak. In honored glory. Solving puzzles with tropes. I like. It's sort of fun. Yeah, this is not the only trope where you have to solve things. I'm trying to remember all the tropes that happen. There's the trope of the... Oh, I'm not going to say that one because that's a good one. Oh. No, there's a lot of... Like, you have to think outside of the box to different tropes that do happen in fiction. Like the whole cat in the tree one. It's a... Like, it would be interesting for me to try to play one of these games without trying to do a walkthrough. I sometimes do try to, get through puzzles as much as I can. Goodbye Deponia, the way that you actually try to solve puzzles, it's different because there's 3 Rufuses and you're switching between them. And so when one gets stuck, you have to help the other, and it's really cool. But, so that one I did a lot on my own because I thought it was such a cool format. Who knows, the 4th game exists, I haven't played the 4th game, maybe I can try to suffer and figure out the wackiness. It's just that there's so many unintuitive solutions in these games. Which is why I do the walkthrough. I'm here for the story, not for, like, all this ridiculousness.
Wenzel. Rufus, what are you doing here?
What am I doing here? You know very well what I'm doing here. Where is she?
Rufus, please, let me explain.
No, you spineless traitor.
Reminder, this is a game that is not rated G.
Tony? You?
What are you doing here?
Me? I don't know.
Finally at a loss for words? I don't believe it. I don't care what you think. Easy asking.
What? No, I don't even want to know. I don't even remember asking.
Alright, Glory says, lol, that's what makes it hard for me to get into games, perhaps. The stories are great, but the actual gameplay can be a drag. Yeah, for me it depends on the type of game. I absolutely love the Mass Effect franchise. I think the gameplay is really exciting and really fun, and the story is phenomenal. Granted, it's also, you know, you have to play 120 to 150 hours to get to the end of the trilogy. At least Deponia is short, and you can play this game in, like, you know, 5 hours per game for the trilogy, so 15 hours total. It's not that much of a time budget. But the actual gameplay for Deponia is not what I am here for, so I don't try to do all the puzzle things. That's not as fun for me as, like, a shooter.
No, my eyes.
Don't pretend. There's nothing in here you haven't already seen.
Yeah, true, but some things I like to repress. You used to have better taste. You know that? I mean,
No, you did not! Okay, Wenzel is not any better than Rufus, let's be real.
What the heck is going on here?
And,
anyway?
yeah. Glory, yeah, I agree. Shooting comes more naturally than puzzles for people. For some people, yeah. And it's more exciting for me. But then I get pretty bored fast when it comes to puzzles. Which is sad. Alright, are we ready? Remember, we're charging, so we have to save goal before the Organon get here. Uh-oh, Organon, come.
No excuses. The strong suspicion arose that you are harboring a member of the resistance on the run.
What kind of mess is he in?
Poor Tony.
You admit your crime.
You just burst in.
Go ahead. It's down in the cellar.
Wenzel, you're such an asshole to your friend. Alright, escapee! Escapee time! Here we go. Barricade, barricadey, barricade. Back control of the planet's magnetic forces. Huzzah! Who's gonna care? Okay, Glory says, for your information, other people's chats don't seem to be showing up on my end, eh? I'm not seeing much either. Oops, I accidentally pushed the wrong button. So it could be that some people are just quiet tonight, which is fine. I was expecting tonight to be a quieter night, but I'm not seeing under the other people's comments either at this point in time, Glory, so I don't think you're missing anything. This is actually also a natural stopping spot because we just hit part 2. This is really good art. I like the art in this one. It's just such good composition. Alright. So load save. We can save that. And let's call it a night then. Thank you so much for joining, and for the other people who have stopped in, whether it's, I saw Tyre was in here, HC, and Kitty, and you, Glory. Thank you guys so much for coming. I'm gonna make it a short night tonight. And yeah. So Glory, yeah, really lovely lighting here. I agree. I think they make good use of color in this game. There's really good use of color. And again, just the shapes. Very good use of shapes in making backgrounds so dynamic. So yeah. Woohoo! Thank you so much for playing. We have made it to part 2. We're on the run from the Organon, and things are only going to start getting more interesting from here plot-wise. So woot woot! Let's call it a night. Thank you so much for coming. I'll give an announcement for when the next stream is, and hopefully there will be no more weird, streamy weirdness like it was today. Take care!